The first principle of the assertion-evidence approach is to build your talks on messages, not topics. Most engineers and scientists, unfortunately, follow PowerPoint's defaults for the headline and build their talks on topic phrases. Two problems arise from that choice. First, the topic phrase does not focus the speaker on the most important details of the work. Second, members of the audience are not sure what to grab onto should they lose track of the speaker. As an example, for a slide on the effect of using a green roof on an urban building, most presenters would follow PowerPoint's defaults and write a headline such as "Effect of Green Roofs." Then those presenters would create a bulleted list of all the messages that they wanted to say about this topic. If room still existed on the slide, those engineers and scientists would add visual evidence. The result would be a cluttered slide with too many words for the audience to comprehend. A better way would be to begin the slide not with a phrase, but with an assertion, namely a succinct sentence that states the takeaway message of the slide. Many presenters who use the assertion-evidence approach actually draft those assertions on paper or post-it notes away from the computer. Then, once they have their messages ordered in the way that they want for the talk, they go to the computer to create a slide for each message. Notice that once the speaker knows what the assertion or main takeaway is for each slide, the speaker is more focused in selecting support for that assertion.
So another question that you might have is, why should we choose green roofs over any other method? Well, as we already discovered, urban heat islands make cities have higher temperatures than the surrounding rural areas. And these images show a really great representation of that. So take a look at the picture on your left. That's showing Chicago City Hall with the green roof, and then next to it is a building with a conventional rooftop. Now take a look at the picture on your right. This is showing the drastic difference between the temperatures and the surface temperatures of these two surfaces. We can see the conventional rooftop is reaching temperatures of 150 degrees Fahrenheit, whereas the green roof is only reaching temperatures of about 70 to 80 degrees. So this is a big difference. And the green roof not only has a cooler surface temperature, but it also has cooler air around it as well as inside the building. Another benefit to green roofs is actually the cost. And although green roofs have a higher upfront cost, that cost is then offset by the lower energy bills in the future. Studies have shown that on average, for a 21,000 square foot roof, you can save about $200,000 over the lifetime of that green roof.
Notice how the speaker folded transitions, secondary assertions, and background details into the spoken words of the talk. Put another way, for the one sentence written, there were 7 to 10 sentences spoken. The result was that the audience was not burdened with having to read too much text, and the speaker built credibility and projected confidence from owning so much of the information. Now, after watching that scene, you might be thinking that you understood that scene, but never read the sentence headline. What we would say would be fantastic. The speaker was on her game as a presenter, and you were on your game as a listener. However, at a scientific conference or in a technical meeting, if an audience member becomes distracted or tired, that sentence headline is a safety rope that helps the audience member stay with the speaker. Although the audience member will not understand everything from the scene, she or he will know the main takeaway and then can stay with the talk.